YouTube, send help immediately. Please. Please. I'm not okay. Arrow. I'm going to talk about it. Going to talk about Flash 2. Spoiler warning right now. If you haven't seen the mid-season finale of Flash or Arrow, stop watching right now. You've been warned. Because that's what I'm going to talk about. Because I need to. I'm hurting. The Arrow hurt me. They killed him. They killed Oliver Queen. They killed the Green Arrow. Not that they're calling him Green Arrow yet. I feel like maybe by the end of this season he'll actually be Green Arrow. Maybe. If not, they might start calling him Green Arrow at the beginning of next season. At some point they gotta call him Green Arrow. That's who he is. Eventually they'll get to that. So they killed him. He lost the duel with Ra's al Ghul. That fight didn't go anywhere that I was expecting it to go. I was completely shocked. I'm watching the episode and I'm like, they're just gonna start fighting and then they're gonna talk. And then Ra's gonna be like, who really killed her? Why are you here instead of the real killer? Why aren't they dead? And Oliver's gonna, yakety yak 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 talk back, and then Ra's will, get him down, and Oliver will actually tell him what happened, and they'd walk away and be like, you have a day to kill Malcolm Merlyn and your sister, something like that, and then have to do something to save his sister. That's what I was expecting. That's not what happened at all. Oliver's about to die, and I'm like, okay, so that's how this fight went. But right now Oliver's about to die. He's having his flashbacks of his family. He's gonna turn this fight around and kick Ra's al Ghul's ass. That's what I was expecting. Nope, kicks off the cliff. Ra's just kicks him off the cliff, and I didn't see that coming, and it hurts. I totally had. It wasn't surprising that he was losing the fight. I'm not surprised at all. They haven't really established how old Ra's al Ghul is right now, but everyone generally knows he's old and has lived many lives. So, obviously he's an experienced fighter. That little clip in the episode of him, fighting a bunch of his men and then just randomly killing one. It shows that Ra's is pretty strong. But we don't expect much out of the other League of Assassin members. You only expect something out of the ones that you see their faces and stuff. Like, the ones that always stay covered, they're obviously just disposable. So, him fighting all of them and then killing one wasn't really that exciting, I'd say. But yeah, everyone, Ra's al Ghul is a strong-ass fighter. And I was also surprised that he didn't stab him through the chest again and cut off his head. No, kicked him off the side of the cliff. I guess for reasons. TV. This is the only reason he didn't stab him again. He just kicked him. I don't know, but that's what he did. So. Yeah, and then the clip for the next episode didn't really show anything, just Oliver's dead body and then someone approaching him and saying Oliver Queen is dead. Yeah. So I think that person was Malcolm Merlyn. Malcolm Merlyn, I think, is going to recover Oliver's body. Probably take him to the Lazarus Pit and bring him back to life. Or Oliver wasn't actually dead, he's still alive, clinging to life, and Malcolm will, heal him or take him somewhere that'll heal him up and he'll rest and stuff. I just hope if they do go with the Lazarus Pit route, they don't change him. There isn't Jason Todd-esque effect where he loses his mind and decides to start killing again, because I really enjoyed Arrow killing people in the first season. That was why I really loved the show, because he's just fucking you failed this city, dead. That was awesome. And then he's like, I can't do that anymore. So I'm like, all right, you're not killing anymore, just don't kill. And if had it come down to him winning that fight against Raish, I don't think he would have killed him. And if he did, I would have been like, well, that's what you probably should have done anyways. So, gray areas. But, so I just hope if they, after, this defeat, he doesn't change or, kind of just automatically revert back to who he was. That wouldn't be as interesting. At least to me, if he just, maybe for an episode I can see that happening, the first episode after he's all recovered and everything, he kind of just goes back to killing, and then, he has a moment with Roy, and Roy's like, this isn't who you are anymore, you're a hero, you don't kill people anymore. That'd be cool. I can see that happening. But he's still dead. I presume dead right now. I'm not okay with it. Not okay at all. I have no idea where the show's going. I mean, we saw Ray Palmer go to Felicity and be like, I want to become a superhero. Here's my suit. Ta-da! Help me. And I call bullshit on Ray not hearing her go, why does this keep happening to me? He was standing, right here. Ray's gonna find out who the Arrow is pretty soon, and I think because of Oliver's presumed death, he might push his plans forward, and we might see the Atom maybe halfway through the back half of the season. Maybe even 2 episodes back into the rest of the season. You might see him actually being the Atom. And I really hope Roy stays Arsenal. He doesn't step up to Red Arrow yet. I don't want to see that happen yet. I feel like Roy's had a progression each season. We don't need a progression halfway through the season and him changing into the Red Arrow quite yet. I think him being Arsenal right now is where he should be. But I do want to see him become more important. He's been there, but he hasn't done anything major. He wasn't even technically Speedy for that long. And then, this season, you're Arsenal now. All right, go with it. But not okay. They killed Oliver Queen. If you take anything away from this episode, I'm devastated by them killing Oliver Queen. I didn't see it coming. Which, I guess that makes that episode really great and the show really awesome, that it doesn't do conventional things and, it can surprise people. So, yeah, thumbs up for, the producers and, writers for Arrow being like, let's do this. I hope I'm not the only one that was blindsided by that. I hope I wasn't the only one sitting there going, no, he'll turn this fight around. It's a superhero show. Oh. Yeah, I just hope I wasn't the only one like that. But, so The Flash. Mid-season finale. The only way I can describe what all of my theories are wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. That's where that show is going, I think. There's going to be some convoluted time travel coming for The Flash. Theories on who the Reverse Flash actually is? It's a good question. We know Professor Zoom, his last name was Thawne. That's Eddie's last name. So is the Reverse Flash a future Eddie? We saw Harrison Wells, with the Flash ring, which I hope they actually I hope either towards the end of this season, maybe even the beginning of next season, Barry gets the ring with the suit inside. That'll be really cool to see. But he takes the ring and he opens up a secret chamber in the already secret chamber, the Braille room. It looks like a Braille room. Someone go in there and just A B C D, But and then he opens up the little mannequin thing, and nothing's there, and the Flash rings again, Reverse Flash, and he drops the tachyon particles on the Reverse Flash suit, and then ta-da! It's like, and then he says "Merry Christmas" in that Reverse Flash voice. I don't remember what he said. Did he say "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays"? Something. But no. I mean, but we already kind of knew Harrison Wells is a shady character. So him being a Reverse Flash, maybe not the Reverse Flash that they're fighting right now, isn't out of the realm of possibilities. Because if he is the Reverse Flash that they're fighting right now, he kicked his own ass, and that's commitment. That's commitment. And Cisco having that revelation of saying, "Hey, I'm pretty sure there was 2 speedsters there when Barry's mom was killed," and how he figured that out, but Barry hasn't, is a little weird to me. Barry is a forensic scientist. I feel like he should have, made that connection, but again, TV. Oh man, I'm still trying to get over Arrow. Talking about Flash, gotta get over Arrow. We saw Firestorm, that was pretty cool. I really like Robbie Amell, so now here, Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell. That's always fun. Can't wait to actually. I've always kind of been a fan of the Firestorm character. Not like a huge fan. Obviously, everyone knows who my favorite guy is. My main man, Deathstroke. Followed by the Green Arrow, actually, and then followed by the Flash. It's kind of how my hierarchy of favorite DC characters go. Deathstroke being number 1 out of both Marvel and DC. But yeah, we got to see Firestorm, and that was cool. I want to see the explanation of how they say, "Hey, there's another guy in the body. They fused." Because Ronnie was supposed to be the only one in that tube, so where did Professor Stein, I believe is his name, where did he come from? Where was he down there? And then when the explosion happened, they kind of flew around the tube and then collided and then became one person. Is that what happened, or did it happen and then Ronnie was kind of stumbling around outside, he made it outside, and then the first person he touched, they just fused? I don't know, theories. But Reverse Flash, out of everything I've heard, everyone's talking about they're doing a Flash rebirth story, but the whole idea of Reverse Flash killing his mom, it makes me think of Flashpoint, the Flashpoint paradox, and that's what makes me think that. What makes me think of that, and because if anyone's seen Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, that movie, you remember when everything gets changed. Barry's left with the Reverse Flash suit. And he does everything in the Reverse Flash suit until he, fixes it. And when you see him go back in time, or when you see in the pilot episode, the yellow and the red fighting, the one that takes Barry out of the house in the pilot is the yellow suit. Just saying. So I think it's very, like everyone's saying, it's very Flash Rebirth, but I think there's a lot of Flashpoint Paradox in there too. I think they're taking these two stories and combining them together. And you know, everyone's also saying that, I guess with the tachyon particle and the fact that Reverse Flash would be more or less traveling in time rather than using the Speed Force that they haven't introduced yet, but I'm sure they will. You know, once Barry, you know, realizes that he's, you know, something's gonna happen and he won't be the only speedster, and you know, they'll come up with a name for it. Probably Cisco will be like, it would be the Speed Force. They already made a Star Wars reference, so I don't see them not making another one. So, yeah. But the other Wally West's Reverse Flash, Hunter Zolomon. I only remember his name better than the other Thawne because it's interesting. He didn't have the Speed Force. He was able to travel in time. Use time to, you know, make him seem like he's really fast, or move through time, you know, quickly. And that's what the Tachyons essentially does. So that's kind of like, I feel like they're crossing two different Reverse Flashes there. Again, going back to me saying mixing the Flashpoint Paradox and Flash Rebirth. So, just theories, just thinking. We got a lot more out of the little commercial clip for January 20th for the Flash. You know, I know Caitlin's gonna be in some trouble. The Rogues are back. Well, Captain Cold and his accomplice are back, and I don't remember what his name is. Because the Flash has ridiculous rogues. He really does. Like, Boomerang and Captain Cold are the only ones and Mirror Master. I remember them. I would like to see them do Mirror Master. That'd be really cool. Oh, but Mark Hamill's going to be on the show, and that should be fun. I wonder if when he's going to be the trickster, obviously like an older trickster, if he's going to do like a Joker-esque voice that he used to do for the Batman animated series, and that would be really cool. But I think it's just going to be cool to see Mark Hamill on the Flash before we see him again in Star Wars. So, yeah. All right. So, I had to tell you guys my thoughts because I was dying. I'm still not okay with what happened to Ollie. But I know he'll be back. Flash will figure things out. It is a superhero show after all. And, you know, when it comes to anything comic books and superhero, most of the time the hero always wins. That's why we love them so much. It's why they're heroes. So, yeah. I'm sure things will work out. But it's a TV show and it's got to be exciting. And it is so far, so they're doing something right. So I will catch you guys later.